All right, everyone. Welcome back to the MMAOB Daily Podcast. It's the second half of today's podcast. Sunday, September 1st, 2024. We're going to be going over some UFC news and fight announcements with myself, Adam Martin, and my co-host, Mr. Big Marcel. We will pull up Marcel's page here, his Instagram. Not his OnlyFans. You don't want to pull up Marcel's OnlyFans. God damn, we'll lose all the viewers if we do that, Marcel. Sorry, man, but we will. Let's pull it up here, Marcel. You got a bunch of fight announcements. Like I said, I went over it last night. I'm like, holy shit, Marcel's been busy. And then the UFC is going to go switch the bout order on you this week. Watch, Marcel. They're going to go put Span and Kennedy on the OSP on the main card.
Yeah.
I just saw that, Marcel. So you have a new fight here. I didn't see this. You just posted this. Holy crap.
Yeah.
You're fast. So Marcel just posted a new fight. Brady Highstand against Jake Hadley. Bantamweight fight in UFC Vegas 99. Well, I mean, Brady's solid, but I thought Jake looked outstanding in his last fight against at bantamweight against Kalen Loughran, right?
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree.
I don't know. This is a hard fight to pick, to be honest with you.
I think Brady probably will be the favorite going into the fight because of that when he has over Arfield. But
he's usually an underdog, though, right? He usually is an underdog. I mean, they're both underdogs in the last fight, so that'd be interesting. But yeah, Brady would probably be the favorite, but like a small favorite. I mean, I think it's going to be a close fight. Marcel is the man. I mean, Joe, you want to pull his pants down and tell him that? No, but seriously, Marcel is awesome. I mean, everyone in the community likes the guy. Who doesn't like you? You got some haters though, right? You got a few haters.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's not mention them.
Assholes.
We know, but we can't say.
There is a main event, Pato. I can't say who it is. I will say this: it's two ranked fighters. I will say that. How about that, Marcel? Can we say that? Two ranked.
Yeah,
fighters?
and I like the fight a lot. Makes sense. I think
it's a good fight. Two ranked fighters, Pato. That aren't booked right now. We'll just say that. We can't say it here. We've been sworn to secrecy, but yes. There is a main event for that card. That's November? Is that or? Yeah,
November 9th. And just for the people, we didn't swear secrecy to the UFC or Dana White or whoever. We swore secrecy to the person who told us this. So
yes, absolutely. It's a good fight. You'll like the fight, Pato.
Yeah.
You can kind of go do some detective work and guess who it's going to be, but I'm not going to say it here. Craig, what's up, man? Glad to have you here again. Always appreciate the chat. High stand by sub, maybe. I mean, I gotta look at this fight more. I literally just saw it. Like when I pulled up your thing, I'm like, wait a second, this wasn't here last night. And then you posted it 4 minutes ago. So let's go to the next fight here. Veronica Hart against Edward Moore. So
did you see Veronica Hardy's comment?
I did. She said, "Go take a bathroom break" or something. Is that what she said? I like Veronica. Obviously, I mean, she's improved, dude. You know, she's definitely improved ever since her and Dan Hardy started. I guess they got married. They're married, so I mean,
they are.
Yeah. So like, ever since her and Dan got together, like she's really improved her game. Because I think I want to say she was 1-3 at one point, right? Wasn't she?
Yeah, but she seems in such a better place, man. Since she's with Dan, and I think her career is doing she's doing very well in her career as well. So right before her, she was like, I think she was first at how do you say that? Like traveling the world, training at different camps, and she's with Dan, and it seems to work for her, and that's good, So
she was 1-4 at one point. They could have cut her, dude.
She's 3-0 in the last fight. That's
yeah. So she's looked great, and she's a pretty solid fighter now. Mora is good, but the weight missed, right? She's moving up now in weight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I will say this: like I know if Hardy does train in New York, right, with Renzo, but I do think this is kind of weird that it's on this card. I mean, the two fights we have are both Brazilian versus Brazilian. Or sorry, this fight is Venezuelan versus Brazil, and the other fight is Brazil versus Brazil, right? Am I right?
What is the other fight?
Karine Silva versus Viviane Araújo, right?
Yeah, and we also have Azamat Murzakanov against Krylov.
So you have three fights with international fighters and no American fighters.
Whiteman against Anders.
Okay, that's on the card too. Okay, fair enough.
That's my boy against your boy.
You're slowly getting fights out of you, but I mean, I think Mora probably gets favored here. What do you think?
Yeah, I would think so. I think so too. It's you should click under the main event.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Where's she replied there?
The toilet break. Yeah, you gotta love her attitude, right? I mean, she's not, a lot of fighters will probably just block you, but she goes and jokes about it. Listen, she's improved. She's in a good spot mentally, and someone that's in a good spot mentally can make a joke like that. Because if you're in a bad spot mentally, you fucking block them and say you're an asshole or whatever, right? So you got to respect that response, man. I gotta love it. Does Rufy have an opponent?
Not as far as I know. I haven't been after it, to be honest.
I think Mauricio is very good. Don't you think?
Yeah, he is.
I think Mora's going to look good. Can you name your most memorable side hustle for your 20s? It wasn't that long ago. I made freelance writing, dude. I've been doing it for almost 15 years.
What's meant as a, what do you guys meant with a side hustle?
Side hustle is like not your main job. I mean, it's been my main job, but I've had like 10 jobs, 15, 20 jobs in the industry. So
I've been when I was younger, I was like buy some cheap DVDs somewhere, for like $2 and
stuff,
sell
right?
it for 15 or 20,
Yeah, I used to do some video game flipping and stuff too, but yeah. Bo Nickel, I mean, there's no news yet, but Gregory Rodriguez has kind of said he wants that fight, and I did talk to Marcel about this. He doesn't know anything, but you did say, Marcel, that you hope this is the fight, right?
The thing is, like, Bo is probably going to be on the New York card, right? So, and I think Rodriguez said that he had a big fight coming up, and he was replying under a Bo Nickel tweet as well. So it's just like thinking out loud, but might be something there,
Fraud could be an actress. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, she could be like a model probably. She's definitely really good looking for sure. Good for Dan Hardy. Pierre Rodriguez, Josephine Knudson, who's one of my favorites. I saw someone in the comments that they used to train together. Is that true?
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. Yeah.
Where at
and they don't like each other apparently. So
at what's that gym called?
I have no idea.
All Stars? I guess it would be, right?
Possible, but I have no idea.
I like Knudson quite a bit, dude, to be honest with you.
I think she's good, man. I think she's underrated. Although she had trouble with the ground game last time, dude, against who she fought again. Not Marnik Man, but the other one. Who did she fight? Can you scroll a little bit?
Julia Polastri.
God damn it, man. Adam, just scroll a little bit so I can see the notable names.
Yeah, but I can use my brain, dude.
No, I don't want to. It's late. Polastri, yeah. She had some difficulties.
What time is there? 12? What time is it?
It's 11.
11, okay. Anyways, yeah, I mean, it should be a pretty good fight. All right. Hopefully no headbutts this time. Yeah, we talked about this one, last one. Aiemann Zahabi, Pedro Munhoz. Really good fight. Is Munhoz ranked? He's still ranked, right?
No.
Wow.
He got off the rankings when he lost to Krylov Phillips. So
he's about as tough as it gets, though, no doubt about it. I think he could lose this fight, though. I'm actually curious to see the odds. I think Aiemann might be favored. Am I crazy to think that?
I mean, Ariel can win here, but I mean, it's like he has more upside. I think Munhoz is kind of older, Although Aiemann isn't that young either, He's 2 years older than me, actually. Yes,
dude, he's only a year younger. I mean, it's not much. It's not much at all. Anyways, he does really look like Ariel, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Here we have some road to UFC fights. I gotta be honest with you, I don't know anything about these guys.
No, same. Pretty much.
Angie Xu versus Bin Ji. I don't know these guys. Su Young Yu.
I fear this guy has crazy back takes. That Su Young Yu guy. So
okay, versus Gillespie Bergen. I don't know this guy.
Sounds like Beer Gang. So
that's a cool name. Kiru Singh Sahoda versus Donghan Choi. Is he Indian or is he English?
Yeah, he's English, but from Indian descent or heritage. Yeah.
All right. They've been trying to find a guy from there. What was the other guy that wasn't very good? Anshul Julbi?
Yeah. Julbi.
Yeah, that guy was. Yeah.
Apparently, the girl on the left is very good. Apparently, the girl on the left.
I think I did hear about this girl. I can't remember though. I need to look into the show a bit more. I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch the last card. Did you watch it?
How do you say that? Small bits, not everything. Because it was at the same time at PFL. I watched PFL.
That's right. That's what it was too. Yeah, fair enough. That's my excuse. Balaji Oki versus Chris Duncan. You know what's funny? Marcel wanted to break this fight. The UFC broke it before you.
The thing is, I got from both sides. I got it confirmed, and I cannot say who, but one guy wanted me to wait till Saturday. So I was like, he actually wanted me to wait till September 5th. I was like, dude, then it's already been out for sure, He's like, okay, please wait till Saturday. It's like, okay, cool. And then the UFC posted on Thursday. I was like, yeah, of course.
I'll be honest, I favor Oki in this fight. I actually do.
It's a good chance, man, I think. But this will be I think will be a very fun matchup, man. Both guys love to strike. So, yeah.
Good fight. By the way, did the UFC fight, was it Murdov? Is that the guy?
Samantha Muradov. No, I don't think he got a deal, but maybe soon. I don't know.
They'll probably bring him in. He didn't finish the fight, though, right? He won a decision, right? Didn't he?
That's Charisma, yeah.
Yeah. Mike Malott versus Trevin Giles. This is for Edmonton. I think Edmonton's full now. I mean, I'd like to see one more fight, but before I get into this, James interviewed Tanner Bozer. He really wants on the card. He's from Alberta.
Yeah.
Can they give Tanner a fight in the UFC? Come on.
I don't know how his relation is with the UFC, man. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't know.
Probably not too good, dude. They cut him off a loss. That's never a good sign, is it? No. Anyways, Mike Malott, I mean, dude, he's actually the older fighter here. Can you believe that against Trevin Giles?
Look at the notable wins for Trevin Giles, dude. It's crazy, actually.
Trevin's one of these guys that's just so inconsistent.
Trevin is like Michael Johnson with his notable wins, man. It's crazy notable wins.
Like Dustin Poirier and who else does he have? Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson, yeah.
Well, at the time, right? But
yeah, at the time.
I want to say Mike wins, but I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you.
I'm also not sure.
I'm not sure, guys. I don't know. I mean, I want to say he wins, but that's kind of a cool tattoo on Trevor Giles. I never noticed it. It was like a cross with the shadow. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
JSP versus Pat Sabatini. Really fun fight. It's been rumored for a while. Really good fight. Really good fight. Tough one to call. A tough one to call, right?
Yeah, this wasn't the initial fight, by the way, but I won't say who was actually supposed to fight. But
who's short notice then? Who was short notice?
Pierce is short notice. Okay. So looking forward to this one. It's a fun one.
And just so anyone asks, that tattoo's like a wrestling ring, apparently.
Oh,
people always ask. There you go. You didn't know. Oh, sorry about that. I clicked on the wrong button. Oh yeah, I mean you gotta love this fight. Nikita Krylov against Azamat Murzakanov, number 7 versus 11. Mm-hmm. Who do you think will be the favorite? Krylov?
Yeah, I would think so. Still, I mean, Murzakanov is pretty solid, and I like his fight a lot. But I think Krylov is the favorite still.
I wouldn't count Murzakanov out at all.
Definitely not.
The professional is fucking good, dude.
Yeah, that's why he's a professional.
You know that movie, Leon the Professional? You ever seen that?
No.
You never seen that movie?
No. Man, I didn't watch Roadhouse. I watched it a week ago, like I told you. Like I never watched it before. So
you should watch that movie, Leon the Professional. I'm sure some people in the chat will say, "What was the girl?" Yeah, it's a really good movie. I can't remember. Oh yeah, Natalie Portman. She's like, I think she was like 14 years old when she was in it, 12 years old or something.
So, dude, I think Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley look very similar.
That's a good movie, Marcel. You'll really like this one. First Russian versus Ukraine matchup. Ooh, interesting. I don't think he's allowed to come out with the Ukraine flag. Am I wrong? Is he or no?
He's coming out of the Ukraine, but the thing is, like, he's like in the occupied, I think, how do you say that, part where Russia is, but he also feels Russian. So he feels Russian and Ukrainian at the same time. So he's from the Donbass region, I think. So
man, I've always liked Krylov, dude. I've always liked the guy.
He's good, man. Second step in the UFC. Yeah.
He's really good. Brad Gattuso versus Gene Matsumoto. I mean, obviously, Matsumoto is going to be favored here. Gene got a huge layup in his last fight, Brad Katona got a layup, right, in his last fight against Jesse Butler. Yeah. I'm a little surprised this isn't in Canada, but whatever. Anyways, Matsumoto should be like a huge favorite here, right? You think?
Yeah, I like Sean Matsumoto a lot, I think he had difficulties with Argetta in his debut, and then he turned it around and finished Argetta.
Yeah.
He's a fun fighter to watch, man. I like Sean Matsumoto a lot. Let's see how it went.
Here's the question. I think Pato asked last.
Yeah.
Muktabek Orolbai against Mateusz Rumbeski. Dude, am I crazy for thinking that Orolbai washes him here?
Yeah, you're crazy.
Am I?
Yeah, I think it will be competitive, dude. I'm not going to write off Rumbeski off of a bad performance against Carlos Diego Ferreira, dude.
I mean, that's a bad loss, though, I think.
I don't think it's a bad loss. Ferreira's pretty legit, man.
All right, fair enough. I mean, Ferreira's also 40, though, so that worries me.
I'm not saying he's going to go for a title or whatever, That's not what I'm saying. But I think he's still he gives him a good matchup, in my opinion, dude.
All right, well, hopefully it's a better fight than I think it is, because I think Orolbai walks through him. That's what I think. So,
okay.
I'll just say that right now. But I really like Orolbai. I think he's very good. Then again, I'll be honest. I was really high on Rumbeski before the last fight, so hopefully I'm not writing him off too soon, right? But maybe I am. Tracy Cortez, Miranda Maverick, rebooking. I don't know if the odds were ever announced for the first fight, but. Actually, I'm curious to see what the odds will be for this because it rebooked and Tracy coming off the loss to Rose, where she didn't look very good, to be honest with you. And Miranda's coming off a win. I still think Tracy's probably a small favorite here, right?
I tell you, I really don't care about this fight at all.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
No, fair enough. This is UFC Edmonton as well. Sari Sadi against Garrett Armfield. Sadi got robbed in his last fight. You thought he won too, right? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toronto?
I was cage shot out. I was shocked when they announced the other guy winning. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how? No
I
one thought
should
he won. No one thought he won.
I should have done Armfield City. That would have been like a before and after, because they really
That's
kind of
funny.
look similar here.
A little bit, yeah. Ooh, tough one to call though, right?
Yeah, man. I feel like listen, City will. It's actually weird to say home advantage because he's also Ukrainian at the same time, but he loves Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it'll be a close fight, man. Armfield is pretty decent,
he is good.
I kind of underrated him at first, and then I thought he was really solid. I picked him against Brady Heastand, but he lost that fight, but was competitive.
He's pretty solid, dude. I mean, I wouldn't, write him off here either by any means. I kind of feel like this fight can go either way, but we'll obviously get the odds for it at some point. It's in November, so we have some time. But yeah, they've been dropping odds for this card, like the Janata Denise Lewis fight we talked about, but it's a prelim, so for a while we already talked about this fight. I think that's probably it, right? We already talked about that one too, so that's going to be it for the UFC news and fight announcements. If you guys have any last couple questions, we'll answer some questions.
So I haven't posted Lona Kavanaugh against Jose Ochoa yet for the Macau card.
Is that official?
About that. I don't know if it's signed yet. That's the problem. I know it's in the works for sure. Al Zolino, Italian guy, posted it, and it's definitely in the works. But I don't know if it's signed yet.
So. There you go, guys. We got to fight Al Zolino. I guess we'll get the credit for that one, right?
Yeah,
we'll get
sure.
You mean real Kevin K didn't get the credit for that one?
No.
Prata's MVP. Prata's called out MVP, didn't he? I think he did, right?
Yeah.
You like that fight?
Yeah, why not? Do it. Stand up battle.
How good do you think Prata's can be? You think he could be top 10, top 5?
It's difficult to say, man, because I think the fights he had so far is like against okay opponents, but he struggled against Giles, he won the fight, but he struggled against Giles. He looked good against Radke, and he definitely looked good against Li Jingliang, but how good is Li Jingliang still, That's why I think it's fun to see him against MVP. I think it makes sense, And after that, I want to see him fight a grappler.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing at all. I think you're probably right about that. Again, a couple more questions, guys. We'll answer them. Marcel, is Felipe Lima still fighting Lapalus?
So that's kind of a problem here, man. I only have one side of that, and the other side doesn't confirm yet. So I don't know if there is an issue, but right now, for me, it's not on because I don't have both sides. So obviously, many people have posted it already, but also the UFC hasn't posted it yet. So there is something there. I don't know what, but if I have more info, I'll post it. But I haven't got any info for now.
Couple more questions, guys. We'll take them. You guys always have questions to answer or ask. We'll answer them right now. Throw them out there. Marcel can't break any news on here, unfortunately. Even though I always bother him, and I'm like, Marcel, can you break some news, man?
If I had something, I would, but I don't have anything, man.
Hey, Marcel, you going to fight for me? I always ask you. I'm such a bastard with it, Marcel. And you're like, But usually you don't have anything. Usually you break it on Twitter, right? So
yeah, but. I mean, I told you about the Balaji Oki against Chris Duncan one, right?
You did. You did tell me like a few days ago, and then obviously the UFC broke it. I'm like, dude, like they broke it. You're like, all right, a couple more comments. Here we go. Randy Brown called out. Who did he call out? I saw him call someone out.
Yeah,
who was
I don't know. It's an undefeated guy, I think. He called out.
I'll check right now. Protez. He wants Protez. That's who it was.
Not the undefeated guy, but undefeated in the UFC. Yeah, you're right.
I'm fine with it, though. You like it?
Yeah, man. I mean, Randy Brown is like, how do you say that? Borderline top 15, top 20?
He's probably like the number 16 guy, I would think, right? Like, him or Renat's not ranked either, is he? Renat?
Yeah, he's also there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, do you think should Magny even be ranked anymore?
Maybe just or just not. He's probably right at 15.
He's 15, yeah, he's 15. I just think that those guys would beat. Like, who would you pick, Renat or Magny?
Renat.
Yeah, me too.
Renat is fighting Ritziboyev. So
that's it. What card is that on?
Abu Dhabi.
The winner would probably. Oh, Ritziboyev. Didn't he lose to Buckley or
Buckley?
That's odd. That's an odd fight. All right. Well, I guess maybe the UFC thought he lost to Dalby then. Or not.
Possible. I don't think he did, but possible.
I don't think so either. But maybe that's why they did that. What do you guys think happened with Roberto Soldier? I mean, this is a great question. Didn't we talk about this in the chat like in May? I think we did.
Yeah. Yeah, dude signed with one. He should have never signed with one.
One is not even as our boy Zach talks about. It's a Muay Thai company. It's not really an MMA company anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Soljic, he got kind of screwed a little bit. You think so, Marcel? A little bit screwed?
Yeah, I agree.
He knocked out Drakus,
Mm-hmm.
and no one knows.
And he
that
lost
fight.
to him as well. Yeah,
he did, but I'm just saying, like, no one knows about him. Like,
yeah, we do.
okay, we do, but I'm saying, like, the common fan doesn't know who he is.
Sure.
Like, have you asked, like, a fan, do you know who Duplessis is? Like, yeah, do you know who Roberto Soljic is? No, I have no idea who that is, right? So, I don't know. He did what he thought at that point was the right decision, but he barely fights. And one is, I don't know. Do you watch one championship fights or no?
Sometimes, if it's MMA, I don't really care about the other thing.
I remember I did watch the fight with Rontang and Demetrius Johnson, which was like a mixed fight. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. But I don't really watch the fights. I mean, I watched Ben Askren back in the day, but all right, a couple other comments. We'll take a few more, guys. UFC break news of Klein Balaji to make new ones. What? Oh, did they break the? Yeah, I guess they did, right?
It was supposed to be that fight at first, I think, and then I don't know where it went into 2 fights, so no idea why.
One has a small roster. No wonder Soldier hasn't fought. Fair enough. Oh, it's bigger. Imagine they did Charles and Patty Pimblett. Oh yeah, let's talk about that really quick. Dana's announcements. What the fuck's going on, dude? I
don't know, dude. I just let it go. Let it pan out. I'm not really concerned about it. I know many people are like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I will say this. He did mention Max. My thought is they're going to say Max is giving up the BMF belt and someone else is fighting for it. That's my guess.
Lame as shit. Yeah, that's what I think.
Probably like Michael Chandler and.
Yeah, I care.
I think it's going to be Chandler and Oliveira too.
Yeah, that's what I think so too.
And Connor, they're going to announce he's not fighting this year, and Charles is going to fight. I don't know who Charles is going to fight, actually. You have any idea?
No idea.
Yeah. Fiziev, no idea. Any idea?
No idea. I haven't heard anything, so I don't know.
Maggie Dolby's a good fight. I like that fight. You like that one?
Yeah. That's good.
Gamrot's in a weird spot, dude. Do you think Gamrot's in a weird spot?
For me, Gamrot didn't lose to Hooker, in my opinion. But it will be seen as a loss. And he's not really marketable for some reason, so...
He's not the most exciting guy. Like, he's more of a wrestler. Anyways, Gamrot's ranked, 8 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
8, yeah, he's 8. They could do a rematch with Fiziev because it was an injury.
Yeah, I agree, actually.
I don't mind that. Or even, like, a rematch with Turner, a rematch with Dariush. Any of those rematches, probably. I think they'd probably give him a rematch. Because some of those fights were really close and kind of weird, too. So, Gamrot, yeah, they could do that, too. Or even the loser of that. Volkov Gon's 5 rounds. Is that true?
Comes up Rob is 5 rounds, as far as I know. I think they made a mistake.
It must be a mistake. 306? Ooh, I'm going to answer it next week, but I mean, right now, yeah, I'm going to say 6 out of 10. I don't think that card's that great. It's going to be more about like the spectacle. Charles versus Volk or Dan. I don't think he's going to fight Volk. I know Kevin or whatever posted on Twitter. I could see Charles and Dan Hooker, though. I could see that fight happening.
Yeah. For the BMF, maybe.
I think Dan took some serious damage his last fight, though. Like, I don't know how fast they can get it back in there. But they could do that as, like, a main event for some fight night card. Dustin versus Fiziev. Dustin, too. Dustin also announced, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, not announced, but he said he's rumored. All right, guys. Last couple comments. Throw them in there right now really quick before we get out of here. Really, really quick. We'll take 1 or 2 more, and then we'll get out of here, Marcel. And then we'll be back next week. All right, here we go. Yusuf Razov.
I mean, he's the guy I wanted to see in the UFC for like 3 or 4 for 5 years already, man. I really like the dude, but for some reason, I think the UFC thinks he's too expensive or something. I don't know.
There you go. All right.
They pick quantity over quality. So
we did Dane White on the last show, and
yeah, man.
Missed it. Go back and listen. Don't worry, it's not your fault, dude. We obviously jumped on here short notice.
We did the recap and we did the preview. So, yeah.
All right, last question. Do you guys think Shamil Musayev will ever be in UFC? I think so.
I hope so. I always liked him in KSW, and he's now in the finals of the PFL, so it should be great. Yeah,
Boom, there you go. Boom. All right, let's end the podcast, Marcel. All right, guys, we really appreciate everyone jumping in. We always love doing the show with you guys. It's always a lot of fun. Back next week. We'll probably be back next Sunday, if I'd have to imagine, Marcel, next Sunday night or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
We do the UFC. we kind of switched to the Sunday night thing, which I don't mind at all. I think it's pretty good, but we'll talk about me, Marcel, and I will get together. And we'll figure out a time. But anyways, we really appreciate you guys joining us. Always fun to talk about the fights. Hope you guys have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Good luck with your bets if you're betting on the fights. If you're just watching, hope you enjoy the fights, and talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Bye.